After my last experience with a vault,
RL3 stands at attention, sir.
you're not really standing and you're not really at attention.
RL3 is ready for another tour of duty, sir.
Let's get going.
Yes, sir.
Although first,
RL3 comes equipped with everything a good soldier needs, but your RL3 can assist in carrying equipment if needed.
I need you to carry this power armor for me.
Lead on!
Right, so, as I was saying, after my previous experience with a vault, I think I'll avoid the hallucinogenic experience and pass for the time being, at least until I can find some information regarding what is in the vault. And for some strange reason, after fighting probably close to a dozen power... For some strange reason, after fighting close to a dozen Deathclaws in power armor, Red Scorpions just don't seem to cut it. Of course, this Bloodfly, on the other hand... Ow! Okay. We're gonna have to have some discussion about targeting parameters. Although apparently, I can't seem to hit anything even point blank. Might need to have myself checked out again. Although, then again, that might not make any difference at all.
Sir, searching for targets.
And we're back. Relatively close to the middle of nowhere. I just got through clearing out what used to be a town. Unfortunately for the former inhabitants, a nest or pack, or whatever the proper group name of Deathclaws moved in. Said inhabitants did not get along very well with the encroaching Deathclaws, and were found... I'll spare you the details. Regardless, the Deathclaws were finally cleaned out after a bit of close quarters combat involving myself. Something along the lines of a dozen Deathclaws, most of my ammunition, most of my explosives, about half of my sniper ammo, and a good chunk of scratches, scrapes, and so on my power armor, which now needs a new paint job. Also in the process, I managed to get rather thoroughly banged up. I had to patch myself up twice already. And am currently looking for, well, pretty much anything. I decided to just take the road. And actually, while I'm on said road, probably should use the opportunity to heal up a bit more. The town didn't have much of note, but I did find a rather interesting bit of power armor. Some prototype model. Doesn't look all that advanced, especially compared to what I have on currently. But might be worth some investigation. Also, I'm thinking I need to invest in some slightly slightly heavier caliber bullet. Although the constant, I don't really want to call it assassination attempts, the constant assault by robots is leaving me with a healthy supply of energy ammo. Unfortunately, I'm running out of useful supplies and ammo, and I'm pretty much pushing the limits of how far I should be heading out. Unfortunately, I have begun to notice that my nav system has been encountering a couple of glitches. Just the compass and the proximity detection system built into my armor. I think it was from all the damage that said armor took fighting Deathclaws. Although this looks promising. That is, of course, assuming they don't try to kill me.
Stop right there, lady. What you think you're doing in the Republic of Dave?
What is this place?
This is the Republic of Dave. Duh. It's named for President Daddy. But you have to talk to him if you want to stay here.
I'd like to meet him.
Okay, I'll take you. But President Daddy doesn't always like new people. Okay, come with me.
Okay, this place is a little on the strange side. Also, I find the lack of intimidation factor that power armor brings. It must just be my power armor.
President Daddy, there's a wastelander who wishes to see you, sir.
Tamper with that, and we're going to have a problem.
Okay.
I am Dave, President of the Republic of Dave. You will address me as Mr. President, or I will have you executed. Now, are you applying for citizenship, asylum, or just vacationing in the Republic of Dave?
I am just vacationing, I guess.
The Department of Tourist Rights has declared a tourism embargo that affects the entirety of the Republic of Dave. You have 24 hours to return to your home nation or face accelerated deportation.
Okay. And I'm beginning to not like this place quite so much. With that in mind, I might need to speak with the Department of Tourism.
Another farm.
Let's see, this is men's quarters. Museum of Dave. Well, seeing as how I lack any other real options, museum it is.
Let's get class started. But I already know everything about Dave. A wastelander, like in the stories about Dave.
Okay.
Dave doesn't like us talking to strangers.
Okay, in that case... Well, I don't want to have a diplomatic incident. But I think I'll be leaving now. The bobble-headed figurine just increased the
Are you gonna play Republican?
weirdness and ickiness factor of this place. Far too much. Okay. So another one of these. No, it's not actually a power station. It looks like a... substation of sorts. Although, like the previous one, seems to be filled with useful stuff. And... very useful stuff, actually. Mines, cleaner, tin cans. Anything in here that would be useful? Not really. Well, you can always hope. Well, seeing as how I'm pretty much on the edge of the map, as it were, it's time to get a quick direction. Actually, I'd like to head down here, see what this temple is. Some sort of radio tower. what was that? Let's see, missiles coming from this direction. That's not good. Ow. Okay. That was scary. And I'm thinking before the trip, there might need to be a might need to be a slight refit for the robot. I'm thinking scavenge power armor. No, armor plating. Not quite sure what standard the robots are built to, but I have a sneaking suspicion. Sneaking suspicion that my power armor is able to take hits that would finish off my poor robot. Okay, anything over here? Not really. There appears to be some sort of farm. Definitely worth checking out. Okay. Are these... Oh, great. What are these goofballs? Let's see. Oh yeah, I know. Let's... Yeah, this is just bizarre. Sending a squad of 3 men out to try to kill me in the middle of nowhere. Shows a lot of dedication, but not a lot of common sense. Primarily because it's just another squad that goes out to the middle of nowhere and never returns. See if I can find any recoverable bits from this person. Okay, and for sake of weight,
RL3 is ready for duty, sir.
Can you carry anything else?
RL3 comes equipped with everything a good soldier needs, but your RL3 can assist in carrying equipment if needed.
really carry a whole lot else. You carry... actually, nothing else. Alright. In that case... don't really need that, or that. Or... that's completely totaled. So, yet another random encounter with people trying to kill me. I think I'll leave the weirdness behind and head back towards what I guess counts as civilization. Come on. There you go. Okay. And what is this? It should be... well, it looks inhabited. And by the lack of bodies hanging, not by raiders.
What's your business, stranger?
Looking for a place to rest, and possibly some trading.
Hannibal says I gotta let folks like you in, but that don't mean I have to like it. Keep your hands in sight and don't make any sudden moves. I'm coming down to open the gate.
Okay. Well, considering you haven't started to shoot at me...
Don't even think of breaking into that.
Sir, I am on the lookout.
Hannibal is upstairs somewhere. I'm locking the door behind you, so don't try anything. I'm watching you.
Okay. Well, you're not here.
Ah, a visitor. Welcome to the Temple of the Union. I'm not going to ask you who you are. For the moment, I don't care. We are all escaped slaves. I need your solemn promise not to betray us to Paradise Falls or the slavers. Until I get that, you cannot leave here. So, do I have your word?
Well, considering I went to Paradise Falls and had some words with them, I think we'll get along just fine.
Our home is your home. Your past is your own affair so long as you serve our common good. As a symbol of our trust, here is a key to the gate.
So, I guess the big question is, what are a bunch of escaped slaves doing holed up here?
We are trying to make a safe haven for all runaway slaves. We give food and supplies to any that find us and help them on their way.
So why can't they stay?
We don't have enough room. There's not enough water or food here. But I have a plan. A plan to take over a place that will be a shining beacon of hope for all slaves.
Wouldn't the beacon just attract the slavers?
You make jokes when the lives and freedom of our fellow men are at stake. I tell you, I know a place that we can defend from the slavers.
Well, it sounds dangerous. Then again, considering I do have power armor.
I want to move all my people to the memorial site for the great Abraham Lincoln, but I need to know if it's safe. I've heard rumors of super mutants infesting that area, though. We need to send someone to check that out first.
That I can do.
I was hoping you would help us. The memorial is easy to find. Good luck. One other thing, talk to Caleb. He'll need your help. We can't leave unless he's ready too.
Okay. I best be on my way then.
May the spirit of the great Lincoln protect you.
Watch your step.
Have someone check that out.
Okay.
You're new. I'm Caleb. If you're going to be staying a while, I could use some help.
Not particularly staying, but definitely willing to help.
Hannibal told you about Lincoln's Memorial? Well, he doesn't just want to live there. He also wants to restore it. Make it so people tell stories about it and the word can get to the slaves. But I can't restore something if I don't know what it looked like. I need a drawing, a photograph of it.
And I bet you know where to find one.
Yes. There might be one in the Museum of History. Alejandra says they have a special exhibit all about Lincoln.
Okay. I shall return when I have one.
Okay.
In the meantime, you really probably should, I don't know, knock out a small gap for anyone wearing power armor. Okay, so, new quest, and one with a reasonably decent cause. Unfortunately, I have no real idea of where I'm going. In that case, just, probably head straight down. Although, realistically, time to make a very brief detour. Now, I'm not entirely sure how the regulators would feel about helping out slaves, or former slaves, but knowing how they generally treat slavers, I don't think they would be opposed to offering a small security detail. Okay. Ow. I'm just going to try to ignore the dogs and see if they go away. That seems to have worked. though. Okay. At long last, I have returned. Mostly victorious. And with, many tales to tell. Oh, who am I kidding? Managed to kill a whole bunch of really nasty people.
You should talk to Shahar.
Yeah, this building is not exactly power armor friendly.
The regulators welcome you back.
Well, first, I have some fingers to collect bounties on.
Then you've been busy. Good. Show me what you have. Your work is impressive. Here is your reward. Don't retire just yet. There's far more to be done.
Well, 265 caps. Won't really go too far, but it's a start. Then again, the raiders have been pretty much paying for their own... well, paying for me to handle them. So, I do actually have some specialty items to collect on. That's one. And I've killed grouse and retrieved a mesmetron. Well, I'm sure I can come up with a use for it. Probably a pest deterrent. And another one. Oh, right, the, weapons dealer in Paradise Falls. Also, one Dr. Zimmer. And I killed 40. And another one. And another one. At this point, I should probably just empty out my pockets. Oh, and I also killed the, well, I'm just gonna call him the head asshole. Yeah. Between, the Yuji character and the, who was it, Tenpenny, that I still have absolutely no clue, what happened with, and no further comment on the subject. That might explain why the Talon Company is after me. I should probably get going.
Bye.
Sorry about the robot. Oh, one thing I will take, though, is 10 cans. Strange as it seems. Huh, this looks oddly familiar. I would say almost deja vu, but that seems almost cliche.